Hi everyone, welcome to this video designed to help you connect with your heart and intuition using EFT tapping. I'm going to take you through a practice shortly that is going to allow you to clear some of the overwhelm, the anxiety, the things that are keeping you stuck in your head and out of your heart space and out of your body. So this is going to be a really beautiful practice and one that you can do frequently whenever you feel you need to drop into intuition. If you're starting to get a little unclear or a little foggy, you can come back to this tapping practice at any time to drop back in. So because we are focusing on the heart space today, you might like to have some other things around that support you in that space. It might be some essential oils that you find really grounding. You might like to have some crystals kind of scattered around you that feel really supportive and really loving. And as we are connecting with our intuition, you might also want to have some cards handy to pull if that's a part of your practice as well. So before we get started, I'm just going to ask you to also have a journal and a pen handy because I'm going to ask you a couple of questions now just to reflect on how you're feeling today and what it might be that is preventing you from connecting with your heart. So when you've got a moment to get set up with your journal, one more thing, make sure you've also got some water handy nearby. Just it's really good to stay hydrated as we are clearing some energy today. In your journal, I want you to take a moment to reflect, and feel free to pause this video if you need to, but I'd like you to reflect on what it is that is preventing you from connecting with your heart today. And this could be a whole array of things. You could have had a really busy day at work, maybe you had a bad sleep, maybe you've just had an argument with someone and you feel really disconnected from your true self, you feel out of alignment and you're wanting to come back to this space. So just take a moment to write down whatever it is that has brought you to this video today. And then once you've done that, I want you to also note any emotions that are coming up. So do you feel sad? Do you feel frustrated? Do you just feel completely overwhelmed? You don't know what you feel? That's completely fine as well. I just want you to note it down. And then remember, with tapping, we always make sure we are using a scale to ensure that we are being specific and we're clearing as much as possible. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to write down how strongly you feel that emotion or how much that situation is stressing you out. So just to recap, what is it that's preventing you from connecting to your heart at the moment? What emotions are present for you personally? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong do these emotions feel? Or I guess how much resistance do you feel around this situation if you can't pinpoint a specific emotion? So again, pause this video if you need some time to answer those questions, but I'm going to carry on. If this is your first time practicing EFT tapping, EFT stands for the Emotional Freedom Technique. That's completely fine. I'm going to quickly run through the tapping points with you now. So we're going to start in a moment by tapping gently on the side of the hand. We're going to do something called a setup statement. And the purpose of the setup statement is to ground us into what it is that's going on for us, what our intention is with the practice, and also set a positive tone or a positive affirmation for how we would like to feel after the practice. Okay. The first tapping point is on the top of the head, just at the crown of the head. Then we've got the eyebrow point, so just on the start of your eyebrow. Then you've got the side of the eye. You can use one hand or both hands. I tend to interchange. So side of the eye just on the temple. You've got under the eye, just below the delicate skin on the bone there. Under the nose. And you're not bashing yourself. You're not going too hard. It's really a gentle tap. After the nose, you've got under the mouth. Then you've got the collarbone point, and you can find these little nodules here, or if you want to go along, that's whatever feels good. Then you've got under the arms, so you've got a hand distance under the crease of your armpit, so just here, normally where your bra line is if you wear a bra. And you've got a tender spot under there. And then the very last point is under the bra line on the lower ribs. Okay. So let's get started. And once you've written down and sort of checked in with yourself today, I want you just to close down the eyes for a moment and take a really deep breath in. And let it go. Just coming into the space now, taking some time for yourself to reconnect with your heart. Taking another really deep breath into the belly. And letting it go. Whenever you're ready, you can either keep your eyes closed or you can open the eyes if you feel more comfortable. We're going to start tapping on the side of the hand together. And I just want you to repeat after me and we're going to go through the points together, okay? Even though I feel so stuck in my head, I can't connect with my heart, I'm feeling overwhelmed and a little bit anxious. But I acknowledge how I feel now and I'm open to letting it go. Even though I'm feeling really overwhelmed, there's so much to do. I can't stop thinking about it. It's preventing me from connecting with my heart. But I acknowledge all of these things now. And I'm open to connecting with my heart and reconnecting with my intuition. Even though I feel so anxious. There's so much going on and it's really starting to stress me out. It's keeping me in my head and out of my heart. And I'm feeling all of these emotions. I acknowledge that now. I'm open to reconnecting with my heart and letting all of this go. Really good. We're going to move to the first tapping point. I feel so stuck in my head. Eyebrow point. I have a racing mind. Side of the eye. There's just so many things to do. Under the eye. There's so many things to worry about. Under the nose. No wonder I feel so stuck in my head. Under the mouth, there's all this pressure I've been putting on myself to keep everything going perfectly. Onto the collarbone, and all this stress and worry has been keeping me stuck. Stuck in my head. Stuck in my stress. And out of my heart. All these thoughts, I just can't seem to stop them. But I acknowledge my racing mind now. I acknowledge that there's so much to do. But maybe it's safe to slow down now. Good. Pause and take a breath. Let it go. Just tuning in to see how you feel, noticing if there's anything in the body that has shifted, if you're feeling any tension anywhere earlier. Noting down if any of the emotions that were present have started to shift down, asking yourself, what is my number now? We're going to keep tapping on the points. I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Eyebrow point. There's just so much to do. There's so many things to worry about. Side of the eye. It's incredibly overwhelming. Under the eye, and that overwhelm is pulling me out of alignment. Under the nose, this overwhelm doesn't seem to be serving me. I feel this stuck energy in my head. I feel really overwhelmed. I feel it in my body, onto the collarbone. But as I start to release this stress, I can feel this overwhelm start to shift. I'm open to letting go of this overwhelm, of letting go of this stress. I can start to take a deeper breath in now. Take a deep breath in as you say that. And I can start to slow down. Good, we're going to keep going, tapping on the top of the head. This anxiety that I've been feeling, it's been keeping me disconnected on the eyebrow point, side of the eye. This anxiety is making it hard to slow down. Under the eye, and I acknowledge this now. Because maybe there are some things to be really anxious about at the moment. Under the nose, and I'm acknowledging that now. Under the mouth, maybe I've been keeping myself busy so that I don't have to feel too many emotions. Maybe onto the collarbone point, maybe I've been keeping myself busy to make myself feel better. But maybe it's safe to let go of this anxiety. Maybe I can begin to slow down. It is safe for me to feel my feelings. Under the arm, maybe I can start to let go of all the things I should be doing. Maybe I can start to reconnect with my heart and my intuition now. Onto the ribs. I'm choosing to release all of this stress, all of this overwhelm that's been keeping me stuck in my head. I am open to reconnecting with my heart now. Good. Drop the hands and take a really deep breath in here, closing down the eyes just for a moment. Just settling back into your energy and seeing if you do feel any difference. Is there anything that's shifted in the body? Are you feeling more grounded in? If you like, you can go back and redo those rounds. I'm going to just do something a little bit different now, but if you found that really supportive and you feel there's a little bit more work to do, just go back a few minutes and start again by clearing some of that anxiety, that stress, that overwhelm that is keeping you disconnected. What we're going to do now is try and activate the heart a little more using EFT. So if you don't feel ready to do that, that's okay. But if you do feel ready, let's close down our eyes and take a really deep breath in. And let it go. And I want you to start tapping on the top of the head, keeping the eyes closed this time. And I'm going to talk you through. I want you to take a really deep breath into your heart space here as we tap on the top of the crown. And then tapping and moving onto the eyebrow point. I want you to imagine a beautiful bright white light right at the center of your heart. And as we're tapping and as you're breathing deeply into this space, that light starts to expand. Side of the eye now. And just notice as that light starts to glow, it might have a color that for you represents a beautiful heart energy. And the color as you breathe in, or the beautiful light, starts to expand, filling your entire rib cage as you're tapping gently and breathing under the eye. And this beautiful heart energy starts to spread up the back of your neck, up your skull, and melting down the front of your face, your neck. It's melting across your shoulders, just moving on to the under the nose point when you feel to. And this beautiful light, as you continue to tap and breathe, is melting down each arm, out the fingers. The beautiful heart energy, as it glows and grows in your chest space, is also floating down into your belly space, the pelvic bowl, down each leg, each foot, each toe, moving onto under the mouth, onto the chin. And just breathe deeply as you tap here and visualize this beautiful heart energy taking over the entire body now. Onto the collarbone point, keeping the eyes closed, holding this in your mind. I want you to repeat after me. I feel my heart expand now. I am choosing to relax and ground in this space. I am connected to my heart. It is safe for me to dwell here. I am connected. Good. Under the arm now. Just taking a really deep breath into the belly and enjoying this sensation of slowing down. And moving on to the ribs. Taking another really slow, deep breath into the belly. And letting it go. And you can start to pull that energy back into your heart space. From the top of your head, the bottom of your toes, back into the heart. And if you like, you can just sit for a moment with your hands on your heart. And just notice how you're feeling. If you feel more connected, if there's any words of wisdom that might be dropping in for you, you can feel free in this space to ask your heart what it would like to say to you. What does your heart want you to know? And normally the heart speaks in very few words. The heart doesn't necessarily have a large essay or a huge amount of information that will come through. It could just be a simple word. It could be a short sentence. It could be an affirmation. When you're ready, you can drop your hands down for a moment. We're going to do one more round. And the purpose of this round is to set an intention for us to be able to always come back to our heart, to always come back to our intuition as we need it. Because as if we've just done with that beautiful heart connection in that round, your heart doesn't go anywhere. You are all this connection is always available for you. Okay, so let's go back to the top of the head. If you need to pause the video and write anything down that might have come to mind, that's totally fine. Feel free to, but let's keep going. I am feeling so much more connected to my heart and to my intuition. I'm choosing to relax, to slow down. It is safe for me to focus on being. Under the eyes, I know that this connection is available at any time. and I choose to come back to it whenever I need. I'm feeling so much more grounded. Under the mouth, I have so much more clarity. Onto the collarbone, and I'm feeling so much more at peace. And I set the intention now to keep this connection, to cultivate this connection. And I know that this space is always available to me. Feeling so much more calm and peace. I am connected to my heart. I am love. And it is easy for me to move from this space. I honor my feelings. I choose to slow down. I am connected to my heart. You can drop the hands, maybe place them over the heart. Take another really deep grounding breath in. And letting it go. I would encourage you to take some time to journal or to write some words down if you feel called to, or perhaps you like to pull a card. But as I said, you can do this meditation, this tapping practice at any time that you feel you need to get out of your head. It's also a beautiful practice to do before meditation or before you have to do some heart-centered work. So feel free to use this as much as you need. Anyway, thank you so much for sitting with me to practice today. And I hope and I know that you will stay connected to your heart and your intuition. Have a beautiful day.